Hi there and welcome to Capital View. The battle for Bihar has entered its decisive and final phase. What are the stakes for the Narendra Modi government in this particular assembly election in Bihar? Who better to answer that question than senior BJP leader and Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad? How does this election impact the government? Has this election also become, to some extent, about politics at the center as well? I'm not calling it a referendum on the Modi government, but I'm saying that has this election also become about politics being played out at the center as well?
I would say this. It is just a state election. Bihar is important, as was Maharashtra, as was Haryana, as was Jharkhand. But the factor of Narendra Modi has become relevant in the sense that the politics of Nitish Kumar has something to do. The way he cancelled the lunch in 2010, the way he returned all the relief sent by Gujarat in case of Koshi flood affected people, because Narendra Modi government has sent, the people had sent. The way he broke off the alliance unilaterally, only because Narendra Modi became the chairman of the campaign committee. And what happened in October 2013, Sagarika, you know it very well, when lakhs of people had assembled at Patna. We are alive because of God's grace. There was a terrorist attack, 80 people injured, 7 died, no police action. Therefore, the factor of Narendra Modi, because of pathological hatred of Nitish Kumar against him, is a factor.
Right.
And therefore, let me say at the very outset, the issue of Bihar election is very simple. Narendra Modi wants development of Bihar. Lalu Prasad, Nitish Kumar wants to stop him. That is the whole issue, very simply put.
But the BJP has consciously placed Narendra Modi at the center of the campaign. It's consciously made this election about how the Modi government has performed, hasn't it? Has that been a conscious strategy, that you have played Narendra Modi as a central piece of this campaign, and in a sense you have actually put on record before the people of Bihar how the central government has performed?
No, I would put it differently. Bihar needed assistance. Before he became the Prime Minister of India, he said very clearly, unless Eastern India develops, India will not develop. We had no our government in Bihar, or in Odisha, or in Bengal, or in Assam. Jharkhand we have come now. But when Narendra Modi gives a package of 1,25,000 crore, 40,000 crore ongoing, 1,06,000 crore, he is telling the people of Bihar that my government is committed for the development of Bihar.
But in terms of your campaign, have you not placed all your eggs in the Modi basket?
Not the least. Modi ji is certainly our most towering leader. He campaigned in Haryana, he campaigned in Jharkhand, he campaigned in Kashmir, he campaigned in Maharashtra. We have won everywhere. We lost Delhi, that is a known fact. But to say Narendra Modi is the top leader, the NDA is there. Let me tell you, what is the second issue, Sagarika? You must try to understand that. I had the privilege to be a minister in Vajpayee government. Lalu Prasad, Rabdi Devi used to oppose Vajpayee government. Now Nitish Kumar is opposing everything of, in fact he has been a hypocrite to say the least. He's talking of package. A big package has come, he's opposing that for the sake of opposition. Therefore, people of the state wants to go with Narendra Modi and the government of India for the development of Bihar.
But Ravi Shankar Prasad ji, the question that everyone is asking is that aren't you relying too much on your central leadership? That where is your state leadership? You haven't projected a CM candidate. You haven't projected a state leadership. Is that the problem for you in this campaign, that you haven't really projected a state leadership?
No, let me just explain this fact to you. We did not project one in Maharashtra, or in Haryana, or in Kashmir, or in Jharkhand. We won everywhere. We projected in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, we won. We lost in Delhi, we projected one. But as far as the state leaders are concerned, all of us collectively are being projected. We are campaigning, our photographs are there on the Rath, we are going everywhere.
But why not a chief ministerial candidate?
Yes, that is a question of pure strategy. If the parliamentary board will take a call, Amit Shah has said very clearly, but why this question you never asked about Maharashtra? Why this question you never asked about Haryana? Why Sagarika was silent when the issue of Jharkhand came about? They are equally important states.
But when
Leave
it comes
to the strategy.
But when it comes to someone like yourself or someone like Sushil Modi, why not project you as chief ministerial candidate?
First of all, I am not in the race.
You're not in the race? You don't want to be chief minister of Bihar?
I am comfortable
You're ruling out any possible desire to be chief minister of Bihar?
I am comfortable where I am. I have been saying very clearly.
But should the responsibility come to you, hypothetically?
My simple reply to your query is, our parliamentary board takes a call. But since you are asking this question in the context of Nitish Kumar being the projected CM candidate, Nitish Kumar sitting in the lap of Lalu Prasad is the biggest insult of all the rationale of his politics. He has been opposing him for the 20 years. And these two leaders were opposing Narendra Modi in Lok Sabha elections single-handedly.
Right.
One became 2, other 4. Therefore, 2 desperate people have come together.
But let's come back to your party. Don't you think Mr. Sushil Modi, for example, what was stopping your party from projecting him as the chief ministerial
leave
candidate?
it to the collective call of the parliamentary board. Again, I am asking this question. It's a part of the strategy. If the party has said we will go in a collective leadership, why Sagarika, my good friend, never asked this question in the case of Maharashtra, in the case of Haryana, in the case of Jharkhand, in the case of Kashmir?
But now that Nitish Kumar has come up with the slogan of Bihari versus Bahari.
Yes, I am very happy.
Do you think that that will affect you? Because at the end of the day...
Is Ravi Shankar a non-Bihari? Sushil Modi a non-Bihari?
But you're not being projected as a
just
CM candidate.
Just a minute. Raju Pratap Rudy, Radha Mohan Singh, Giriraj Singh, C.P. Thakur, all are non-Biharis? Nitish
But the only people whose posters you see are Narendra Modi and Amit Shah.
Just a minute. Nitish Kumar is comparing himself with Bihar. This again is the arrogance. Bihar represents JP. Bihar represents Rajendra
Because
Prasad.
The face of your campaign is Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. That's the problem. Is your campaign suffering because of that? Because the face is Narendra Modi and Amit Shah.
You must understand that. The popularity of the Prime Minister is extraordinary. I was in Samastipur, where we have been traditionally weak. There were 250,000 people in the crowd at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Hot summer. Therefore, and don't forget, in the same Bihar Lok Sabha election, we won 31 out of 40. Nitish Kumar 2, Lalu Prasad 4. Therefore, that empirical evidence is there. And I can see the surge for Modi ji's. Mr. Narendra Modi is not going to be the Chief Minister of Bihar. He is the Prime Minister of India. But what the people want, that Narendra Modi's commitment for the development of Bihar is impeccable. They want to travel with him. And they have seen...
Is development going to be enough? Because many have said that Lalu and Nitish have successfully made it a backward versus forward issue in this election. This election has become Mandal 2. That Mohan Bhagwat statement that the BJP or the Sangh wants to do away with reservations, that has become a game-changer statement. So in a context where backward versus forward is sharply polarized or is successfully being polarized, aren't you at a disadvantage?
My reply is very simple, Sagarika. On the issue of reservation, the Prime Minister, Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Arun Jaitley, myself have all clarified.
But Mr. Bhagwat has again repeated the same thing a few days ago.
That's very clear.
He said that the reservation structure has to be rethought.
But he also said he is not against reservation. He is not opposing reservation. But the Prime Minister has said very clearly, the issue of 2015, Lalu Prasad is talking the same language which he talked in 1990.
But caste is a very real factor in Bihar.
Please listen to me.
This is a very real issue in Bihar. You know that better than most.
Sagarika, by the same state, gave 31 seats to Narendra Modi or not? The same caste was there 1 year ago. The same caste was there in 2010.
That could have been Modi for PM, somebody else for
just
PM.
2010 was there. Lalu Prasad hated against RSS, against the BJP, stoking the backward.
Do you regret Mr. Bhagwat's statements?
No,
Do you feel that Mr. Bhagwat should not have spoken in this context?
He has already clarified that.
Do you wish he hadn't spoken?
He has already clarified that. The RSS
So do you feel that he should not have
I did not reply to this query. He has clarified. He has said he fully supports reservation. And the Prime Minister and the party president...
Would you have preferred it if he hadn't spoken?
No. It's a very hypothetical question. The point is very simple. Sagarika, let me tell you something. When we were working in the Vidyarthi Parishad, in the Pratah Smaran, we brought in Ambedkar in the company of Mahatma Gandhi and Shivaji and Maharana Pratap. So that is our commitment. We strongly believe, and our party has consciously promoted many of the leaders of this community. Who is Narendra Modi, after all?
But that's a very important point and a very interesting one, because when you accuse Lalu of Jungle Raj, don't you think that he has successfully converted Jungle Raj into social justice, into backward caste empowerment?
Yes,
He say you may call it Jungle Raj, but I am saying this is social justice. This is empowerment of the poor.
My reply...
Is that something that you're up against?
My reply is very simple and too blunt. You know, the entire Fodder scam was exposed by me when I was a lawyer in the PIL, in which Lalu has been convicted.
But are you worried that Lalu may be on the comeback trail?
When Lalu was arrested, there were 60 Yadavas MLAs in his party, whom he made the chief minister. Today he has brought his 2 sons. Lalu's concept of social justice remains confined to his family empowerment. I tell you a very interesting experience. 3 days ago, I was campaigning with Amit Shah. Nokha, Arwal and Navinagar. All small areas, big meeting. I asked them, how many of you are on Facebook? and thousands of hands went up. Backward community.
But
It is an aspirational class. Bihar wants to change.
no, but are you worried that the Muslim Yadav is consolidating behind Lalu, that he's actually got a tailwind in this election? Does that worry you?
No, I'm not.
You don't think there's any consolidation of Muslim
I'm
Yadav?
only telling you, you are treating Sagarika Bihar in the model of 1990s. Bihar has changed.
So you're refusing to accept that there's any consolidation of votes behind Lalu?
No, I'm not saying he's an important player. Therefore, Nitish Kumar has gone to him to save his political skin. But Lalu Prasad provokes a lot of hostility. Today, kidnapping is rising. There is overpowering fear. There is a complete withdrawal of investment. People are saying that if this regime comes back, we'll have to leave Bihar for good.
But the question arises, the more you attack Lalu for Jungle Raj, the more he uses it as a sympathy factor. The party of the rich is targeting me, who is speaking for social justice and speaking for empowerment.
Sagarika, I will again remind you.
So the more you attack Lalu, the more he benefits.
Sagarika,
Does that worry you?
I will remind you again. Lalu is talking the same language for the last 20 years. And there has been a sharp decline of Lalu Prasad.
But isn't it true that you are getting feedback in the campaign that you need to change your campaign? That you need to localize your campaign, that too much of helicopter campaigning is going on, that too much of Amit Shah and Narendra Modi is being projected. Are you, come on, be candid.
All of us are campaigning. We are local people. Campaigning for the last 4, 5, 6 months from Parivartan Yatra. Yes, as a Prime Minister, he will be visible more because you do his rally live. Rightly so. That's your right. But as far as we are concerned, we are very much on the ground. And I must say in all fairness to Amit Shah that he is micromanaging it very well. All of us, I stayed in Samastipur for 8 days. Visited 10 constituencies. After 22nd, I will be in Jhanjharpur, I will be in Madhubani, I will be in Darbhanga, micromanaging. What is wrong with it? That's what we are doing. You say, if we go in a helicopter, you notice it. If we are on the ground, you ignore it.
So there is no change in your campaign at the moment on the basis of some feedback you've got that you need to localize your strategy a little bit more?
My reply is only this. It is already localized. We are reinforcing it.
Right.
Let me tell you, I know my...
What about the reports that the posters of Amit Shah and Narendra Modi are being taken down near the airport?
Oh, that has been taken down because of the complaint of the RJD, not because of us.
Right.
It was a proper permission taken from the authorities. Airport had given the permission.
And the fact that the Prime Minister has cancelled some of his rallies?
No. That is because of this Navratra going, not the least. All his rallies are planned. I'm a little surprised.
No, I'm asking you because I'm just asking you that is it true that he's cancelled some
of his rally,
rallies?
that is a problem. If he doesn't do rally, he's not coming only for the simple reason.
Why is it that in the campaign the Prime Minister is keeping on attacking Lalu? Why does he keep targeting Lalu? Do you feel that Nitish Kumar is not there to be targeted, that you just don't have enough issues to target Nitish Kumar on?
No, there are many issues.
Why is it that this is a Lalu-centric approach that the Prime Minister has adopted?
Because Lalu is the boss. Sonia Gandhi for the first time had to play fourth. Nitish Kumar thereafter, Sharad thereafter, Lalu was the boss. Lalu is setting the agenda, not Nitish Kumar. Lalu Prasad is saying of the whole backward issue. Lalu Prasad is raising the beef issue and then the devil issue. Lalu Prasad is saying, inko markar bhaga denge, kabutar se. Therefore, good governance and development of Bihar is not an agenda in Lalu's regime. Lalu is setting the agenda, Nitish Kumar is following it. Therefore, and let me tell you, you know Lalu as equally as I do. Lalu Prasad will never play second fiddle. He has broken his parties in the past. Nitish Kumar is subservient to Lalu Prasad.
So you're saying that in this campaign, Lalu is your enemy number one, not Nitish Kumar?
We don't talk of enemies. We talk of political competitors. Enemy is their language. But yes, Nitish Kumar, the day he came with Lalu Prasad, the law and order has registered a sharp decline. The sense of trust has, investment proposal from 12-13 was 17,000 crore. It has gone to 6,000 crore. Kidnapping, abduction, all is rising.
How is the beef issue playing out in Bihar? Do you feel that that has backfired against you? That Lalu's statement that there are many Hindus also who eat beef has a resonance in a state like Bihar, where Hindu issues or Hindutva issues don't necessarily prevail?
First of all, Lalu Prasad has to eat the humble pie because he had to say that a devil entered inside me. Therefore, Lalu suffered. Because don't forget, even his own community completely respects cow. And it was completely shameful on the part of Lalu Prasad to make this comment. And I would say it was not a slip. It was deliberate for vote bank politics. But beef is not an issue in Bihar. The issue in Bihar is development, security,
But
stability.
has the Dadri lynching backfired a little bit on you in Bihar?
No, I would tell you this. This has to be clarified once for all. What happened in Dadri has been condemned by all, from our party president to Prime Minister. But it happened in a state, Gujarat.
Has it been condemned enough?
Yes,
has it been condemned enough?
It has been condemned enough.
Has the Prime Minister spoken as strongly as he should have?
I think he has been spoken very strongly.
He has spoken a little more strongly?
No, Amit Shah has spoken very strongly. He may not satisfy...
But some of your ministers have...
He may not satisfy the standards of Sagarika Ghose. That's entirely up to you.
But don't you think it's regrettable that some of your ministers have gone to Dadri and made certain objectionable statements?
Only one minister went, who is his local constituency. Okay, you'll have to allow him that. But I'm asking a simple question.
Was that wrong of him?
No. I think in a constituency he should visit. He visited also the victim's family. But what is important is, there is this whole debate going on in the country. What happened to Kalburgi was in Karnataka, ruled by a chief minister of Congress party. What happened to the rationalist in Pune was when NCP and Congress was in power in 2013. In Samajwadi Party, is in government there, it is duty to take law and order steps and arrest all the guilty. But why questions are being asked of us? That by itself is a motivated design, I'm sorry to say, to bring a non-issue to make it a political issue.
You're talking about writers, and that's exactly what I want to talk about in the next segment. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with lots more. Welcome back to Capital View. We're talking to Ravi Shankar Prasad on the BJP's prospects in Bihar and also on the latest controversy on writers as well as on the NJAC, which has just come up and which I want to talk to you about. But let's come to the writers issue at the very outset. Was it right of Arun Jaitley to call this a manufactured rebellion? These are writers, these are people with a conscience, these are people who are philosophers of the written word. Surely they have a right to protest.
No one questions that. But this whole question was the part of the timing. Sagarika, let me be very frank to you. We have fought against the emergency. Did any one of them raise a single voice of protest? Except Ramnath Goenka and Kuldeep Nair? When the Sikh massacre took place in '84, did any one of them raise any voice? When so many Hindu women were raped in Kashmir by terrorists, did they speak out?
But has it embarrassed your government? Because 30 plus writers have now returned the Sahitya Academy Awards.
Except few, all of them have been anti-Modi for the last more than 15 years.
Not necessarily.
Except few, I know their background.
These are regional writers. How can you pigeonhole them?
No, please listen to me. Allow me to make my comment. Did they object when Taslima Nasreen was completely humiliated by the CPM government there? Did they speak a word when 300 RSS activists were killed in Kannur by the CPM goons? Therefore, this selective pricking of conscience is something troubling me. Okay? Did they speak when India's...
But don't they have a right to protest?
They're absolutely right. But returning their Academy Awards, we respect them completely for their writing.
But you know, you mentioned earlier in the interview that you were part of the emergency movement, anti-emergency movement, you went to jail. Why should your government now try to clamp down on freedom of speech?
There is no...
Or cast aspersions on freedom of speech?
Just a minute. If they have got the right to castigate my government, which they are doing while returning, I have equally the right to say there is no curb on freedom, there is no sense of any lack of tolerance. This is a figment of imagination by leftist-sponsored liberals whose parties have lost. Most of them...
But isn't that name-calling?
No,
why should you name...
I will repeat it. I will repeat
it.
Most of them have been close to the Congress establishment. You know it very well.
But these are all regional writers. These are not part of the left liberal elite. These are people in Kerala, people in Gujarat, people in Andhra.
Many of them have pronounced leftist leanings. Therefore, what Arun Jaitley said, Congress party has lost power. The entire left movement is getting shrunk. Therefore, some of their people are trying to manufacture a control.
No, but don't you think the Sahitya Academy should have spoken? After all, Kalburgi is a Sahitya Academy awardee.
No, but
should the Sahitya Academy not have spoken
when
Kalburgi is murdered in this way?
Has Sagarika asked question to Siddharmaya? What action has been taken? Tell me.
Questions have been asked.
No, sorry.
Questions have been asked.
Have you grilled him?
But why
you are grilling me.
I'm asking
you. Sagarika, you have to reply to this query. Let me repeat.
Of course, we will grill all politicians.
Have you grilled Siddharmaya? No.
What we are asking is...
Not even a single national channel has grilled Siddharmaya, but asking Ravi Shankar, asking Arun Jaitley. Is it fair?
Because the individuals who are alleged to have done this deed are associated with a particular ideology. Allegedly, they're associated with a particular ideology, which surely the Prime Minister, the very senior people in your establishment should clearly condemn it.
Let me put it differently, Sagarika. What is the point in India? There is a group in India, I have seen also in the Bajpai times, who have never been comfortable with us. Okay, please listen to me. We respect their right. But we have come with a massive mandate to the people of India. We respect freedom. We respect their right to dissent. We respect their right to criticize. But this being too judgmental on us is something...
But aren't you being judgmental on the writers?
No, we are not.
By saying that they're left liberals.
They are.
Shouldn't the Prime Minister, at the very last, let me ask you, shouldn't the Prime Minister make a little more of a heartfelt speech? Should he not be a little more heartfelt? After all, a clerk was killed in terrible circumstances. Could he not have condoled that in a more empathetic way?
I think the Prime Minister was very clear, very categorical. Before that...
But Gopal Gandhi says his words were like a seminar, it was a homily. Why could he not have spoken from the heart?
Gopal Gandhi is a very eminent person.
Right.
But I will only reply one thing. Gopal Gandhi has never uttered one good word from Narendra Modi.
Okay, but do you think the Prime Minister could have gained a lot?
Just to repeat.
Should the Prime Minister have gained a lot?
My only problem, Sagarika, is there is no neutral voice at all. These are voices who have been berating, criticizing, condemning Narendra Modi right from 2003 onwards. And I'm sorry to say, he has been hailed as a leader of India by the people of India. He has been hailed internationally, but their shrill voices of criticism, of condemnation, and conspicuous silence when 2G scam happened, when the massacre of Sikhs happened, silence in emergency, that is baffling.
So are you saying the writers should just...
No.
Are you agreeing with Mahesh Sharma when he says if the writers want to protest, they should stop writing?
Please.
No, do you agree with that statement of Mahesh Sharma?
Now you are being very unfair to me. Then I will walk out from the interview.
Okay. No, but I mean,
If you have to ask this question, then I take a serious offense to it.
Okay.
You know I'm a liberal. You know I respect freedom. You know I have fought for it. But if criticizing certain left-leaning intellectuals would provoke this hostility with you, then what should I say?
Not hostility, but...
That's what it is.
Okay, let's come down to a different point. Let's come down to a different question.
That's the problem, Sagarika.
But your minister said they should stop writing.
Sagarika, I don't appreciate that.
You don't appreciate that?
Yes, if you want to hear that, I am saying that. Why should no one write? Criticize us. But this...
So you're disagreeing with that statement?
But yes, I don't at all appreciate... Why should someone stop writing? But what I'm trying to highlight is one thing. In spite of our massive majority, whether in Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time or this time, there is a group linked to left liberals who completely digs out these kinds of controversy to write about. At times there is saffronization. The Supreme Court turned down their plea in Atal Bihari Vajpayee's regime. Now they have picked up this. And they kept silent during entire excess of Congress party when the country's image was shamed because of corruption. That is my charge.
Just as a very last question, at the very, very end, I want to ask you, do you have a sense of regret that perhaps there isn't a chief ministerial candidate being projected in Bihar and that you're not that person?
Sagarika Ghose, I am not in the race at all, okay?
But if your party offers you that post?
And secondly, as far as our party is concerned, the President has said, we have got a very good, competent parliamentary board which discusses. We have got eminent leaders in Bihar.
You're not ruling it out.
Eminent leaders in Bihar. I am not there.
You're not there in that. Ravi Shankar Prasad, as candid as ever, thank you so much indeed for joining me on Capital View. That was Ravi Shankar Prasad, senior minister as well as senior leader in the BJP, saying that he's not in the race to become chief minister of Bihar, but on the other hand saying that the campaign in Bihar as far as the BJP is concerned is going strong and is going to keep going stronger. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.